So 3 days ago, Baldur's Gate 3 was released, and it took the gaming world by storm. It is absolutely huge right now. And I wanted to do something that I've never really done before. I found this page on Steam's website of their current most played games, I guess you'd call it. Basically, it's a page where they take all of their games, and you can sort it by the current amount of players that are playing that game. What I'm looking at here lists the top 100. I'm definitely not going to go through all of them, but I just wanted to look at where we're at right now. So it's currently 3 p.m. Standard Time on August 6, 2023. So without a doubt, the most popular game right now. And I've actually looked at this chart for kind of the past 2 days, and it is always number one. That is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Currently, it's got 996,000 players. And yeah, I didn't even know this game was as big as what it is. The way that my dumb brain understands it, it's basically like a Call of Duty. And there's probably a lot of CSGO players that would hate me for saying that. I'm sure it is probably better than Call of Duty. But yeah, I believe it is just like an arena shooter that's got an incredibly large fan base. And number 2 right now is Baldur's Gate 3. So Baldur's Gate 3 has 814,000 players right now. It is actually currently at its peak today. I think it's currently at its all-time peak, which isn't surprising because it is the weekend after it was released. Something to keep in mind is that it is only the second biggest game to be released this year. Hogwarts Legacy came out in February of this year, and at its peak, it had 879,000 players. So Baldur's Gate with 814,000 right now, they are getting very close. They could actually today cross that point, making them the biggest selling game of 2023. I think they probably will. Number 3 is Dota 2 with 500,000 players. As you can see, there's like a huge drop off of players right now compared to 1 and 2. So 3 only has 500,000 players. Not to say that's not a lot, because wow, that is a lot. I'm gonna be honest, I do not know anything about Dota 2. I don't even know what it stands for. It was released in 2013, so it is 10 years old. The way that I understand it, I think it's like the same thing as League of Legends. Again, that is just what my dumb brain boils it down to. I'm going to go through just a few others. Like I said, I'm definitely not going to go through all 100 of them, but it's important to keep in mind, and I'll kind of mention some of these other ones at the end of the video here, that this is just Steam, okay? So this does not include like Nintendo games, okay? This does not include Windows or Xbox exclusives. This doesn't include PlayStation exclusives or any other games that run on their own platform, like Fortnite, for example. They run on Epic's website. They do not go off of Steam. So keep that in mind. And there is a huge fallout between number 3 and number 4 on this list. So number 1 had 996,000 players. Number 2, 814,000. And number 3, 500,000. Number 4 is Rust with 134,000. So now we're really dropping off. Number 5 is PUBG. I did not know that PUBG still was like active. Like they still had a player base. They were big like 6 or 7 years ago. They kind of introduced, or maybe not introduced, but they kind of made the whole Battle Royale thing big, like right before Fortnite. I always thought Fortnite just kind of knocked them off the throne completely, but I guess not. And right below them, number 6 is Apex Legends. I definitely thought Apex was like the biggest Battle Royale right now. I had no idea that PUBG was actually a little bit ahead of them. Number 7 is GTA 5. Number 8 is Team Fortress 2. Number 9 is just something that says Call of Duty. I don't really know. I guess that's just like talking about like all Call of Duties. It doesn't even say Warzone or anything. It just says Call of Duty. And then the last one here before some of these honorable mentions here I'm going to pick and choose is number 10, which is Football Manager 2023. I didn't know. Oh, it's soccer. Well, I mean, European football. But it's like, I guess you make your own soccer team. I didn't even know this game existed, but it is, well, it's got 70,000 players right now. Good for them. All right, so just kind of picking and choosing here stuff that I kind of want to mention. Number 34 is Elden Ring with 37,000 players. Now, it looks like when they came out 18 months ago, their peak concurrent players were 952,000. So again, and I'm definitely not saying like Elden Ring fell off or anything, but you definitely see how things kind of fall off to a certain degree. You know, when the hype dies down, they kind of, the statistics, the player count kind of goes down, especially when it's like a single player game. So there's not much in terms of like longevity of the game. You know, after you beat it, you kind of just move on. There's really not a lot of like post-game content in terms of like online stuff. Like GTA 5, you can beat the game and then, you know, there's a whole bunch of content on GTA Online. And same thing with Hogwarts Legacy. They are sitting at number 80 on the list. Right now they only have 14,000 players, which again is crazy because they just came out 6 months ago, and at their peak they were at, what did I say, like 880,000, something like that. And then just, you know, when the hype died down, I mean, it just really dipped. Again, not saying it's a bad game, not saying they failed by any means. It just shows that when hype kind of dies down and, well, especially if your game is kind of only, single player only, story mode only, then there's really, I guess, not much longevity with, how much people will, I guess, play the game once you, beat it. Whereas you got, obviously, like a CSGO or a Dota 2. Those are all just, online games. You want to rank up, you want to, earn cosmetics, stuff like that, and of course you want to have fun with your buddies. So there's a lot of longevity there. All right, and now kind of for some honorable mentions here. So like I said, that was just Steam. I'm going to look at Twitch right now. So I'm going to sort it by the most, or the highest viewed games right now. And number one is a game called Valorant. Am I stupid for not knowing Valorant? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Oh, it's another Call of Duty. Well, again, me and my dumb brain, that's kind of what I boil it down to. But yeah, it's another arena shooter, I think. It says it's a 5v5 character-based tactical FPS where precise gunplay meets unique agent ability. Oh, maybe like an Overwatch. Looks kind of fun. But yeah, by a long shot, Valorant is right now the most streamed, well, maybe not the most streamed, but the most viewed game right now. Maybe I'm dumb, but I have never heard of this game. I'll have to check it out. Number two is GTA 5. So in terms of streaming, yeah, GTA 5 is definitely higher on the list versus Steam. Number three is League of Legends. That goes without saying. I know that is a very big game. I'm assuming they have their own platform, so that's why they weren't on the Steam list. Number four is Minecraft. Once again, would probably be on the Steam top 10 list if it didn't have its own portal, I guess you play it through. I think it's just through Xbox now. Number five is Baldur's Gate, which I'm kind of surprised it's not higher because, it just came out. Number six is Rocket League. I don't think Rocket League was on the Steam list, so they must also have their own website. Number seven is CSGO. So CSGO is number one on the Steam list, but it's definitely lower in terms of Twitch views. Number 8 is Tekken 7. Number 9 is World of Warcraft. And number 10 is FIFA. I'm just going to do 3 honorable mentions here. Number 11 is Fortnite. Kind of surprised to see them a little bit lower on the list. Number 13 is Halo Infinite. Oh my god. Is Halo Infinite coming back? I know they just came out with their new season, but that's a lot of viewers. Good for them. That game was complete garbage when it came out. I mean, at least the online anyway. They have been definitely making improvements to the game. Good for them. And right behind Halo, I can't believe it, is Call of Duty Warzone. So Halo actually has more viewers right now than Warzone. I absolutely cannot believe that. I'm kind of happy to see it. I'm not going to lie, because Warzone, that almost brings a tear to my eye, because used to be an awesome game, used to be super fun to play with the friends, and now it just sucks. So yeah, like I said, I kind of just wanted to look at, where we are in terms of the biggest games right now. I only looked at the Steam top games chart and the Twitch most viewed games chart. So keep in mind, I only looked at, 2 different platforms. Unfortunately, there is not, one end-all be-all list to kind of, show what the most popular games are right now. This, to me, is kind of just the most accurate way to look at things, I guess. I'm very interested to see how this list could shake things up going forward. I definitely think I will see Baldur's Gate on the number 1 spot on the Steam list. So like I said, it's number 2 right now, right behind CSGO. I wouldn't be surprised anyway if it becomes number 1. At least for a week or two, and then once hype, dies down, I could see CSGO kind of coming back. As far as games that are coming out later this year, I definitely think Starfield could definitely somehow get into the list. I guess it probably wouldn't be on the Steam list because I think it's a Windows exclusive. But in terms of Twitch, it'll probably be up there. And of course, when GTA 6 comes out, probably next year, I'm going to make a very healthy, very easy prediction that it's going to be number 1 on both the Steam chart and the Twitch chart. A game like that just takes things over. But yeah, very interesting to see where things are. It's kind of funny that I haven't really heard of some of these games. Definitely some stuff to check out for myself.